This is for any wellness practitioner, massage therapist, a personal trainer looking to elevate, looking to grow, looking to excel in their business. It's going to give you the keys, give you the game on what I did to help me get to where I am. We just use a little question and answer format. Simple, plain, straight to the point, no cut. How'd you build your initial clientele base when you first started practicing independently? Just grind it, man. Hustle, putting in the work. I started off doing parties, spa parties, bachelorette parties, corporate events, chair massage events, anything I can do to build my practice, build my name. And I kept a regular job on the side. I worked any type of job just to get the bills paid, just to take care of my family while still building up my practice behind the scenes. So that may be an option, that may be an opportunity that most individuals may not be willing to go down, but that's how I got to where I am. I jumped off the porch, 19 years old, high school dropout, and just put the passion, put that dedication, put that burning desire inside myself. And I just bet on myself every single year. Started off working for tips, $10 an hour back in 2008, 2009, and just raised the price up $10 every single year. So my goal is to bridge that gap. Individuals who have a desire to build their private practice, that's where I'm at with it. That's where I had to go. What scheduling system or software do you recommend for managing appointments and client records? Everything is done digitally. We live in a modern age. Started off doing soap notes on paper, writing everything down, but you can track it all digitally now. I use Google Docs. That's the primarily software that I use. Google Sheets, iPhone Notes, put different applications inside the notes and send it off to your clients. Give them the game and just really desire to see your clients get better, really desire to see them grow to the next level. And that's going to take a long ass time, man. I'll be honest. It doesn't happen overnight. But the consistency, the dedication, and the passion that you have is what's going to separate you from everybody else. That attention to detail, attention to people. For my past, it's just really the freedom. The freedom to do what I needed to do on my terms, the way that God had gave me the vision that I can impart to the people. All these clients that you see back here, these are just the last couple of years. This is not even half of it. This is just one little small piece of what we built. So you want to maintain those records, maintain your clients' progress, maintain their growth, maintain the ability to help them reach their goals without no type of ulterior motive, no agenda, other than just see them successful. Their success is a direct reflection of who you are, what you've instilled to them, the deposit that you put inside of them. So when they grow, when they get better, it reflects back on you. How do you handle last-minute cancellations and no shows while maintaining professional relationships? Block their ass. No, I'm just kidding. But life be lifing, man. Life happens. Shit happens. And don't take it personal. Somebody cancel last minute. If there's a habitual offender, individuals who got a pattern for not showing up or not communicating, that's a totally different story. You got to set the boundaries of your practice. You got to set the boundaries in what you do, because you're there to serve them, right? They're an asset to your business. They're an asset to your development, the same way that you're there to help them. But if it's some last minute all the time, you got to let them know that that's not the protocol that you have, and that's not how you get to the next level. That's not how you build your business. That's not how you build your practice up. Sometimes you may have to fire clients. And also, if for new clients who move like that, clients you've never worked with, yeah, you gotta start that early. Nip that in the bud very, very, very fast. What self-care practices have helped you avoid burnout and maintain your physical well-being? Number one, pray. Stay prayed up. When you're working with the public, you gotta have way more diligence. You have to be built up. But when you have a private practice, it's really just managing the clients that you have. It's really just managing your network, managing the people that you are allowing to build your business with. And if you're always trying to work, gain another client, you're gonna burn out quick. You're gonna burn out fast. So me, I stay prayed up. Pray for my clients, pray for their success, pray for their victory, pray for their mind states. And keep your self-care routine, keep your maintenance up for yourself, right? Because if you're not in position to live out the well-being that you have within inside of you, you cannot impart that to anybody. So it starts with you. So take your foam rolling serious. If you've got access to a sauna, steam room, by all means, hop in there. I know we got a good infatuation in the modern age with cold plunges. I'm not a big fan. Come from growing up in the hood, taking cold showers, and that just triggers out a different point of trauma back in my past. So big kudos to Wim Hof and the ice baths and all those different things, but that's not cold plunging, that's not me. So many other ways for well-being, but you can keep the cold plunge, my boy. How do you set and maintain professional boundaries with clients while still being approachable? This is your baby. This is your business. This is your private practice.
It's 4 o'clock.
Make it lighthearted, make it fun, make it easy, make it accessible, but still keeping that open door, right? Keep your boundaries firm, stay respectful, and you don't have to worry about the burdensome clients. When you're working with the public, that's a totally different story, right? You got to take on anybody that comes to you. You have to take on all different types of issues, people's traumas, people's shit. I work with a lot of elite youth athletes, right? So there's not a high level of trauma that they've experienced in their life up until that point. And trauma actually stores up in different parts of your body. That's a whole nother teaching. But working with the elites, you don't have to worry about that part. You set the boundaries and maintain that relationship. Keep an open door. Allow them to come, allow them to go, no pressure. But if there's an individual or there's a certain type of breaking boundaries, yeah, you want to shut that down real quick. What insurance provider do you recommend for professional liability coverage? AMTA, American Massage Therapeutic Association. Pay by the month, pay by the year. You always want to have some insurance. Always want to protect yourself. Always want to be in a position to have the freedom to grow your practice. And if anything happens in the back of your mind, you don't have to worry about that. So everything's taken care of. How do you approach pricing your services when you implement rate increases? I raise my rates every single year. Some of the clients that met me years ago kind of locked in at those certain rates. And if I do have to raise it for them, let them know in advance, let them know when that time is coming. But it's just a part of inflation. Protect your business. Understand as you get better, new equipment gets better. You got to keep up on your certifications, keep up on your self-education, keep up on your knowledge, invest into yourself. That's the best part that you're going to have to do. And that comes with money. So when you got to raise your rates, you're not raising it for all of your current clients. Or at least I don't. You build your practice up, you decide, I'm just giving you the keys, giving you the keys to my success. What additional modalities or certifications have proven most valuable for your practice? IASTM, instrument-assisted soft tissue mobilization. I use cupping, PNF stretching, proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation. It's a form of deep tissue massage. Those 4 elements have been the best for me and the athletes that I work with. But make sure your certifications in line with the clientele that you're looking to build. Don't just get certifications or add different modalities to your practice for the sake of adding them. It has to have a value. It has to be implemented into the clients that you work with, and you also have to foresee the future, the direction that it's going. You want to get those type of certifications that the world is going to be looking for in the future to future-proof your business. How do you handle difficult conversations with clients about hygiene or inappropriate behavior? It's another thing, going back to working with the public. I work in private practice. I work with athletes majority of the time, so hygiene, smell, I don't have any issue with that. I'm an athlete myself, so I know sometimes even individuals may come from a game or get a little pregame work, a little sweaty here and there. Inappropriate behavior, that's a totally different thing. No funny man ting. Keep those boundaries. I've worked in a few gyms in my life, and one of the reasons I see that the trainers or personal trainers in those gyms don't grow or get to the next level is because they be knocking off their clients. It's not something I do. It's something I stay away from because I know what it leads to, right? And we say, well, I ain't doing nothing with my clients. Well, you would if you could. A lot of them are thirsty. You have to understand, with massage, individuals may be naked. Beautiful individuals, IG models. You're going to have those type of individuals that come into your practice. You got to be strong. You can't be thinking with your rocket in your pocket. How do you maintain relationships without becoming too personally involved? I struggled with this a lot in the beginning because I'm more of like a nice dude, like to help people, keep my edge. But I get invited to a lot of things a lot, parties, events, all off my clientele network. Most of the time I don't go. Or I may have intentions on going, but it just doesn't show up. Keep that professional relationship, keep those boundaries. And if you Do you have the ability to go? By all means, go ahead. But don't get too personally attached to your clientele. What marketing strategies have been the most effective for attracting your ideal clients? I used to run ads in a paper back in the day, showing you how long I've been doing this. But social media is just a game changer. If you have good quality work ethics, you have good quality content that you can create, that's going to attract more clients than you going out and passing out flyers trying to tell people. Word of mouth is everything. Build your referrals up. Your clients are going to vouch for you if your service is like that. If your service is good, you won't have to worry about trying to attract a whole bunch of clients and doing marketing gimmicks and outreaches and events and all these different things. They're beneficial, but they're all secondary to the quality of work that you provide. What record keeping system do you use for tracking client progress and preference? I use Google Sheets. All my clients, all these guys and guys and gals that I have, I put them all in Google Sheets. Age, the years, the schools, teams, school teams, AU teams, it's all documented in one of my Google Sheets. Track it, track it, track it. How do you manage your energy levels when working with multiple clients back to back? I'm not into the sweatshop. This is not an assembly line. I will work with clients back to back if that's given in the environment, but I like to debrief. I like to have time in between sessions to recollect myself, get my energy right, because if my energy's not right, I'm not even going to go to work. I've canceled sessions just based off of situations that happen around me, just because I know it would throw my energy off going into the environment to try to provide a service. So you don't want to burn out sessions back to back to back. Got to protect your hands, protect every element of your practice. And also know that with individual sessions, you get the best opportunity to provide the best quality of work for your clients. What supplies and equipment have been worth investing in versus what can wait? Keep it simple, keep it plain, keep it basic, if that makes sense. Every little piece of equipment that's new that pops out, you don't have to run and grab it. I like the Normatex. They're very, very, very great investment. They're known as the industry standards. They're in professional training rooms, so athletes already identify with some of the tools that I use in my practice. So I'm not really trying to invest into the newest technology. It's not really my forte. Get the tools that work, which is most important, and just build your practice from there. How do you handle client requests for techniques outside your scope of practice? Keep it simple, keep it basic. Fundamentals will always be key. I'm not trying to do hot stone massage. I'm not really into prenatal massage. I'm not doing light, fluffy Swedish massage for relaxation. What else? I'm not doing lymphatic massage. Like I do sports massage. That's my forte. That's what I operate the best in. Not that I don't have knowledge on how to perform those other crafts, but when it comes to the long run, you don't want to be hopping from here to here on this wave, that wave. Keep it simple, keep it organic, and gradually scale as you build along the way. What networking approaches have helped you build referral relationships with other health providers? Look to collaborate, look to partner, look to invest into other therapists, invest into other trainers, whether it's a sport trainer, whether it's a skill trainer, strength and conditioning. Look for where those individuals are already working with the clients that you have and figure out how you can partner with them to learn how to serve your clients the best. It's not rocket science. It's not something that you're going to individuals to get clients from them or pick their brain. No, that's just be sensitive to their environment, be sensitive to what they've created, and just provide that value to them 100%. Stop looking for things in return. Stop looking to receive. Just go with the attitude of give. The law of reciprocity. God will make sure everything that you put out comes back to you multiplied. I'm a living testament. I'm a living testimony to that practice, so I know that works. But just provide value to the clients, provide value to other healthcare providers, and you'll see that they'll start sending you clients because of who you are. Keep the work plain, keep the work simple. You'll thrive. You'll grow with other referral individuals. What red flags should I watch for when screening potential clients? Before you get a red flag, you're going to start to see yellow flags. How they communicate, how they move, how they treat other people, how they talk about other people. If they're looking for a whole bunch of magic results, you got to let them know that's not something that you can provide. Because what's going to happen is you'll take those clients on and they'll have unrealistic expectations on what you can do for them. And when those expectations don't get met, they may slander your name or put a bad image or taint your reputation from a certain degree. So you can kind of identify those things based off their lifestyle, based off of how people view them, but no judgment, just being aware. How do you handle seasons? How do you handle seasonal fluctuations in business? Business up, goes up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. If you just go straight to the top, you can best believe that that business practice procedure is bound to fail pretty quick. So it's gradually building your practice, gradually building clientele, gradually building your network. I know for basketball, there's an EYBL period for elite high school athletes. And I know I'll get a bunch of clients around that time. And everybody wants to work. But I reserve those spots for the clients who've been consistent. Before big games, you'll get reached out by a bunch of teams. Like I said, you got to reserve those spots for the consistent clientele. Holidays, things change around the holiday times. May blow up a little bit, shoot down. January is a kind of tough month for independent practitioners. Paying off them bills from Christmas time, paying off them bills from the holiday season. Around the end of the year, summertime. Individuals who are teachers who pay for their client sessions or the kids sessions or any of those individuals like that, would be a down fluctuation in business. So you never want to rely on one or two clients. Keep building your practice so that you can handle the ebbs and flow that comes with seasonal changes. What do you wish someone had told you when you were first starting out? That your support will come from individuals who don't know you. Your support's going to come from strangers. Don't expect the people who you grew up with, the people who you've helped in the past, the people who know who you are to support you. It just doesn't come like that. They support a bunch of other individuals who are strangers that they may never meet. So that in that same way, there are going to be strangers that are going to support you who have no clue of your past. They're just looking for results. They're just looking for the competitive advantage that you can provide through the work that you do. You just focus on those individuals. I wish I knew about how long it would take to build a clientele once you're consistent. I was working jobs and I take little opportunities here and little opportunities there. But it was only once I left that and just bet on myself, put everything into my clientele base, that's when it took off. So if I knew that I just had to be head over heels, dug into my craft, dug into my clientele base, and just focused on getting them better, I probably would have did it a lot sooner. But I was focused on security. I was focused on providing for a family, keeping a roof over my head, keeping the bills paid. But that takes away from your creative expression that you have with your clients. So if you can focus on just building your practice up, building your clientele up, learning the skills, learning the things that they respect, the things that they value, it'll take you a lot further. How do you adapt your techniques when working with elderly or physical limited clients? I'm not really working with the elderly unless they were retired pro athletes or they have a track record for staying healthy, staying mobile, keeping up in their exercise. I don't really work with the general population, so it's a little easier for me. Physical limited clients, find out ways that you can enhance their mobility, whether it be through a lot of hip mobility, thoracic mobility. Just figure out your clientele. This is the most important thing. Know your clientele, know what they like, know what they stand for, know what they value. That's going to separate you from everybody else who's just trying to work a session. How do you handle client requests for medical advice without overstepping professional boundaries? I am not a doctor. Outsource them to the people who are best aligned to give them those type of results. We're not providing medical advice. We're not stepping outside of our scope of practice. Save that to the professionals, save that to the individuals who went to school, who put in the craft, who put in those hours, who put in the time to learn those skills. You just focus on your clients, you just focus on your practice. And if it's something that they may be experiencing that you need to outsource, by all means, refer out. Can't work with everybody. Put this up here. If you give your gift to everybody, end up with no one. But if you reserve your gift for a select few, the work is already done before you start. So this is a very, 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 very select group, very very limited individuals. We just want to grow, just want to develop, we just want to get better. And if there's something that I can't do, I have no problem saying I don't know. I don't have the answers to fix it. I cannot perform these services any longer. Outsource out. What strategies do you use to protect your hands and wrists for career longevity? Let's talk about the 5 pressure points of the hand, right? First pressure point, just your palms. Second pressure point, second level of pressure is your knuckle. Your third level of pressure is your wrist. Fourth level of pressure, forearm. And that fifth level of pressure is your elbows. Use these parts of your body so you're not burning out your thumbs, right? Get a skill, learn how to use the gua sha tools, instrument assisted soft tissue mobilization tools, the muscle scraping tools, and learn how you can just preserve those parts of your body. Keep your posture right, drink your water, so you can do this for a very, very long time. How do you structure your workday to maintain consistent energy levels? I wake up early, I go to bed late. I'm just in love with what I do. I always have good energy. I try to provide the best quality of service to my clients, so my energy is always at its peak level. I'm always A1. I'm always trying to be in my right state of mind. I'm always thinking positive. I'm always speaking affirmations. I'm always praying for my clients, and that kind of levels out. Apart from eating good and a little bit of caffeine here and there, it's going to allow you to keep on going. What's your policy on accepting tips, and how do you handle that conversation? My rate's at a rate where I'm not looking for tips. If tips are given to me, I am so grateful. Blessed to be in a position where clients will throw a little extra, but I'm not really looking for tips. A tipping, once you travel around the world, you'll realize it's only really in America that's really on like the tipping phase. You try to tip in other countries and they take that as a sign of disrespect because they view their service, they view their product, they view their ability to help you. And that's that. If you're trying to give them extra money, it's kind of look like, wait, who does this person think he is? He can't like pay me off or anything like that. But it's just a cultural thing for America to tip off for services. But around the world, it's really not like that. And it's only when you travel the world, you understand that, you get exposed to that you'll experience those type of things. How do you manage client expectations regarding treatment outcomes? Let them know from the rip, you are not Superman. You don't have all the answers. You can do the best that you can do. You can be the best version of a therapist, of a trainer, of a practitioner that you can be, but don't go setting all these big, high, and lofty goals of what you can do, what you can provide, because clients, they'll hold you to that standard. When those standards are not getting met, then they back away. And they try to go find somewhere where their goals can be met for what they have. So make sure you align that in the beginning and let them know this is not some magic potion. What's your approach to raising rates with long-term clients? We went over this a little bit before, but you just got to let them know in advance. Let them know that they're in a position to help grow your business the same way you're in a position to build your business up. And that's going to take time, and you can't. What you did to grow your practice is not the same thing that you're going to do to get it to the next level. The things you did to get you where you are is not going to be the things that takes your business off, right? So you want to constantly be growing. You want to constantly be elevating. You want to constantly be learning, adding to your practice. And that takes money from you to invest into that type of education, invest into those different knowledge bases. So yes, inflation is going to come. Everything goes up over time, same way your business goes up over time. But the loyal clients, the ones who believed in you, the ones who held you down from the beginning, you let them know. What's your strategy for maintaining clients long-term? Quality service. I can't stress it enough. Go above and beyond, pay attention to detail, and always look for ways that you can help them apart from doing the work that you do. Always look for ways that you can just be a blessing, you can be a positive light into their life, because not everybody's going to have access to elite level training or elite level practitioners, elite level wellness individuals who are going to give them the best. And when you provide those type of services to them individuals, they're going to be transformed over time. And they're going to want to stay with you. It's not really going to about you holding on to somebody and trying to build them up and come on, stay with me and we'll keep on growing. No, you have to get better. You have to grow. You have to elevate. And they're going to want to stay with that elevation because they're in a position to elevate as well. That's why I like working with athletes. It's so easy because we're all on the same path. I help them reach their goals through recovery, through mobility, through stretching, and all these different things. And in return, they can stay consistent with the treatments. They refer me to other teammates. And that's how the business grows. That's how it overflows to the point where you got to get a waiting list. Glory to God. How do you structure payment plans or packages without undervaluing your service? Number one, your rate is your rate. Individuals who cannot afford it, they just can't afford it for right now, right? And it's not a matter of your price. It's just a matter of what they see the value as. Individuals, they value different things and value experiences and value celebrity concerts and material things, designer clothes, and a whole bunch of heap of things. That's not my value system, so I never worry about that. But if there is an issue when it comes to payment, you can break that payment down over time, but you never just want to go out offering payment plans if somebody can't afford it. Figure out what their value system is, figure out what they're looking for. For individuals who I work with that are like elite youth, I'm always looking for what are their goals? Like what's their long-term vision? Is it D1, D2, D3, scholarships, individuals who may be pros, go to a different club that pays higher money or better opportunity for playing time? That costs money. Division 1 4-year scholarships for out of state, it's like over 6 figures. So when you focus on that, if that's their goals, going D1, that's very, 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 very expensive. So if you can put in the work, get the recovery that allows you to put in extra effort, extra deposits of work compared to their peers, you show them the value of that now and how it pays off over time. That's why I built a track record of all these elite individuals with multiple thousands and hundreds of scholarships. Got over $100 million in scholarships offers for the athletes that I work with based off of their ability to train harder. They can wake up, they can do their individual training, go throughout their school and then go do their skill workouts, do their individual workouts, then do their team workouts. You need recovery. It's not an essential. The world sees recovery and massage and all these different things as a luxury, but for the elite athletes, it's a necessity. If you want to get to that next level, you got to invest into your body or it will break down. So don't automatically go towards payment plans if they can't afford it. Let them know the value of their goals. Because most of the time, you put your number out there, they can't identify why they should pay that much. Especially when you got 4-star, 5-stars who not used to paying for anything in their life. Everything's given to them, right? You have to show them the value of that investment. What's your policy on working with minors or requiring parental consent? I'm cool with the parents. Like, I love the parents. Their parents are my mentors. I identify things in their life that I wanted to bring into my family, into my circle, into my future. So it's a little easier when it comes to working with minors and working with individuals who may be younger, because the parents see my vision, I see their vision, and we bridge that gap, and we just help them get to the next level. How do you handle clients who talk excessively during sessions? Smack them in the mouth. No, I'm just playing. Nah, chatty clients, they don't really get the best results, right? Because they can't really tune into the work that's taking place. I don't really care if you're on your phone. Some trainers, therapists do. No phones on the table. It doesn't bother me. I don't care if you got headphones on. Some clients want you to be locked in. But also understand that some clients, they just want to be heard. They don't really have anybody to talk to. They don't have nobody to release their issues to. And understand, you're a therapist, so they're coming to you for therapy. You're a practitioner, so they're coming to you for the issues and benefits that you practice. My issue comes in when clients want consultations and they want to pick brain about marketing, about investing, about business, about growing a practice, and all these different things. I don't talk about that during the table. Book a consultation if you want to talk about that. For me, I just want to provide the service. Not that you can't talk. No, we can converse throughout the whole session. But individuals who book sessions for other advice and trying to gain wisdom and all those different things, that's just not where I'm at. But
It's 1:30.
How do you manage your schedule to allow adequate rest between clients? I take clients in the morning, give it a little time. Some in the evening, give me a little time, and then clients at night. Simple as that. I'm not burning out back to back with sessions. I'm not trying to get rich off recovery. It's never been my method. Provide the best service, provide the best opportunity for them to grow and to get better without chasing money, without chasing this system of, the more people you work with, the more money you get. Yeah, but if your body is not in position to uphold that workload that you're putting out, you're going to burn out. This is why the average massage therapist only lasts 3 to 6 years. Me going 17 years in, let you know that I've done something different. Create space, create opportunity, create time so that I can reflect in my mind, provide the best for my clients. What's your approach to working with clients who experience emotional release? Listen, your work is very, very valuable and it's sensitive. Clients may cry on the table, and you got to be in position to handle those emotions. So you give them a little time, give them a little water, give them some space. But when you're releasing trauma from their bodies, man, it's something that you'll never, ever understand until you experience that. Somebody breaking down because that pain that they've had for years is no longer there. Or they're used to moving in a certain way and now they can stand up straight and not have to worry about that. That's something that's priceless, man. So be supportive to them. Always be a listening ear. Always be there for them. And just allow them to have that moment. It's only temporary. And they'll appreciate you more. How do you handle referrals to other healthcare providers? You want to be in position to build with other practitioners, chiropractors, personal trainers, physiotherapists, neuromuscular therapists, individuals who are in that craft, who knows what it takes. Build that relationship with them first so that you can have the confidence to know who's best to serve that client issues if you can't get them the results that they're looking for. How do you manage client relationships on social media? I go back to this again. I'm cool with them, but I'm more cool with their families. I'm more in tune with the moms, the dads, the parents. They'll see social media and they may get a little jealous once you're working with some of their competitors or working with their peers or just individuals who want to get better in the same sense that they got better. So you manage those relationships by keeping your boundaries firm. What's your strategy for staying competitive in a saturated market? I just don't focus on the market. I'm so locked in on my tribe, my individuals who I can help get them to the next level. I don't focus on competition. I'm more of a collaborator. I'm trying to collaborate with individuals who are on a mission, on that grind. And it doesn't just have to be other massage therapists. It's individuals in other sports. I predominantly work with basketball players, so I'm looking for individuals in other sports, soccer, football, tennis, baseball. The market can be saturated if you're just doing traditional massage. This is why I always encourage you to find your niche. And it takes time to find your niche. When I was working in doing events and doing bachelorette parties, seeing how baby showers are done, and just be having my table off to the corner, bringing my chair massage and operating in practice. I had no idea I would be working with pro athletes, like in the long term. But I had to go through that to see what I didn't want to do, right? I would work traditional jobs, part-time, full-time, corporate, just so that I can see that's not what I want to do. So learn more of what you don't want to do, and then you just work backwards and you'll start to see your path lighten up for you. How do you handle client feedback and incorporate it into your practice? Learn, learn, learn. Grow, grow, grow. Whatever they're telling you that you may not be receptive to at that moment is something that could benefit you in the long term. I'm always open-minded to whatever anybody has to tell me, how I can grow, how I can elevate, how I can expand my practice. But if you're closed-minded, if you don't want to hear what anybody else has to say, you're never going to grow that way. You'll always have one or two clients bouncing around, up and down. You don't grow like that. Grow off mentorship. And there's really only 3 ways you can grow. Number 1 is mentorship. Number 2 is taking an apprentice. Number 3 is books. Those are the only 3 real life hacks or shortcuts towards growth in life. Get a mentor, submit to an apprentice, dig in on books. Those are the only 3 ways that I found. What's your approach to networking with other wellness professionals? Value, value, value. Don't go in to try to gain extra clients. Don't go in to pick somebody's brain, like I said before. Go with the attitude of, how can I provide the best value to this practitioner? How can I use my skills, use my knowledge, the things that I've encountered over the period of time, and give that to them without looking for anything in return. The law of reciprocity is going to bring it back. They're going to feel obligated to send you clients. They're going to feel obligated to refer some of their individuals to you. But don't go in trying to gain anything. Just go in with a servant attitude. Go in with a heart of, I want to be the best I can be toward these individuals, and you'll see the change. What's your strategy for handling difficult personalities? Cut them motherfuckers off. Nah, I'm just playing. I just don't deal with issues, man. I don't tolerate a bunch of bullshit. I put so much good energy out into the world that individuals who have difficult personalities, I'm just not their guy. I'm just not their trainer. I'm just not their therapist. And I understand that when you work with the public, when you work with the general population of individuals, you're going to deal with all type of motherfuckers that come to your practice. And you can't do anything but serve them if you're working for somebody. You're working for a chain. You got to take them on. So protect your energy, protect your spirit, man. And also know that everybody ain't going to be your client long term. And that's okay. But negative individuals, individuals who just about drama and foolishness, gossip, and all of those shits, kick rocks. Money's not everything, right? In the book Recover Like Royalty, I talk about not prostituting your purpose. You can't just look for money, man. You have to provide an excessive amount of value that people can understand. And if their personalities, because your personality just determines your personal reality. Their personalities are shaped off their experiences. It's shaped off of the things that they got going on in their own life. And they bring those issues that are stored up in their body to you to fix them. And sometimes, man, that shit takes years. If they're not doing the maintenance on themselves, they're not working on themselves, they're not getting better on themselves, it's just going to reflect back and bring your practice down. So identify it first, early on, and just stay away. Refer them out to somebody else. But also let them know that that's how they move. How do you structure your cancellation and refund policies? You gotta cancel. I don't really do like cancellations without rescheduling. Refunds, I'll give you your money back if you're not satisfied. But you have to have a legit reason why, because I'm gonna provide the best service according to the goals that we set, according to the goals that we create. And you just pay them to leave, pay them to never have to work with them again. It's a lot easier than just trying to take on everything, trying to be super savior therapist. That's just not me. What's your approach to marketing during slow seasons? For me, there's never a slow season. I'm always working, even when I'm not physically working table work or doing sessions. I'm always working because I have my laptop, I have my iPad, I have my phone taking notes. I'm going to games, I'm watching how they move. I'm looking at individuals who post videos online, highlight tapes, and I'm watching how they move. And I'll just put those same videos on over and over and over and over again so that I can learn, I can sharpen my craft, I can build up my toolbox. So there's never really a slow season. I guess what I could say is, for trainers and therapists, always be working. Always look for ways to give your clients the competitive advantage. Know what they like, know what they dislike, and know what their goals are. It's very important that you get that down from the beginning. How do you handle clients who fall asleep during sessions? Get their ass a pillow. Nah, I'm just playing. But it tends to happen, not so much with my work, at least not in the beginning when they first start. I've had clients like, when you get cupping and, it's pretty painful, man. It's like the work I do is, all my clients have high pain tolerances, right? They're put through struggle, they're put through the grind, they're put through the craft, they're putting in their own work. Over time, they may fall asleep after a couple sessions and their body starts to adapt to what we're doing. But you just give them the opportunity, give them a few minutes to wake up after the sessions and let them rest. How do you approach working with clients who have trauma or PTSD? I got my own trauma, I got my own PTSD, so I'll attract different clients who have some of those issues, whether it be not through just the client itself, but along issues in their family and their bloodline, things like that. I'm just compassionate. I have a sense of great compassion for what they do, how they live, things they're going through, things they experience, and just being a voice, being a listening ear. If they want advice, you provide advice, but most of the time, it's just people just want to be heard. They want to feel like there's somebody that they can relate to, somebody that understands them. And me, with my past, I was probably one of the most misunderstood people that ever was. Individuals counted me out, threw dirt on my name, and just couldn't see the vision that I had for my future. But I've always stayed consistent. I've always stayed diligent on the assignment that I knew God had called me to. So trauma is just part of life for some individuals. When you grow up in the hood, when you grow up in impoverished conditions, and you grow up in different environments that are not designed to uplift you, issues get stored up in your body. So I'm definitely way more sympathetic than the average person. There's a lot of things that you get hated on as a kid, you actually be loved for as you get older. I was always a rebel. I was always like outside of the box. And people told me you need to calm down and you need to do things this way. And I've always like colored outside the lines. Sign your name at the top of the paper. I'm writing my name right at the bottom, signature. So I identify with the outcasts. So it's easy for me to deal with them. What strategies do you use to prevent emotional burnout? Prayer. Manage your expectations. I don't put people in a position to get burnt. I don't put people in positions to live up to my reality, live up to my expectations. No, they got enough of that pressure from their teams, from their clubs, from your parents, from your peers. I'm the outlet. I'm opposite. I'm anti-stress. I'm anti-depression. Trying to take all those issues away from you. So for me and myself, I don't really get burnt out emotionally because I don't put people in a position to let me down. Humans are humans are fallible. Making up words and shit. But yeah, people are gonna do things you don't like. People are gonna go in a direction that you may not understand why they're heading that way. But you just gotta be in a position to know that you keep on keeping on. How do you manage your energy when work with clients who have heavy emotional baggage? If it's drama or any type of nonsense or foolishness, those are clients you don't need to work with. You have to protect your energy. You have to protect your vessel, right? Now, if they got issues that are outside of their control, issues that may be stemming from a home environment, issues that may be stemming from social peer pressure and those different things, you just be a listening ear for them. Give them an outlet, provide them the opportunity to get better, but you're not taking on anybody's emotional shit. You're not a trash can, you're not a dumpster. I just manage boundaries very, very, very quick. You can't just call my phone and just talk about drama, bullshit. I just don't accept that. Not just from my clients, but I don't accept it from anybody in life, period. It just vibrates so high at such an elevated frequency that those clients I never even yoke with. I don't attract them. I attract high quality clients, individuals who have a positive mindset, who are on a mission, on a path, and I just help them meet them where they are, get to that next level. What's your protocol for handling equipment failures during sessions? First of all, you want to make sure your equipment is right before you even get to the session. Had brands reach out to me to review products and use the products and the shit falls apart during the session. Right? I'm not gonna promote that to my audience. So you understand before the session takes place. Preparation. Be prepared so you don't have to worry about any surprises. I had times in the past where, may run a little low on oil and you have to modify, where you would use a certain amount, ration back, but I don't really deal with equipment failures. More so dealing with things in the environment that happens, modifying for. Things that are outside of your control, just can't focus too much time on it. But the equipment that you're going to use in that session, so you prepare that equipment prior to actually performing that session. How do you manage scheduling during holiday seasons? Like I said, business is up. And if it goes up to the top very fast, it's going to drop fast. Gradually up, down, up, down, up, down. Holiday seasons may be a little down period, but you stay consistent, it goes back up. Individuals don't incorporate wellness into their lifestyle until they understand they need to. When you operate with elite level athletes, recovery is essential. It's a vital piece towards their development. So if they're taking a step back, you use that time to build up in other areas of your practice. You use that time to develop new skills. You use that time to develop new levels of knowledge so that when they do come back, you can better serve them better than ever before. What's your protocol for handling client allergies to products? Figure that out before you even work with them. Right? A lot of clients got peanut allergies. So for me, I don't like using no nuts, pause, no coconuts, no pine nut oil, none of those different things. Especially for skin allergies, because most people may know they have food allergies, but when it comes to skin, you just got to be super, super diligent with the things you use on clients' bodies. I'll use a vitamin E, I'll use baby oil, I'll use Tiger Balm, Icy Hot, Biofreeze, and I'll modify them throughout the course of time so that not only do the clients get so immune to them, but I'm not trying to use all that on my hands to protect my hands. So you just portion it out and rotate different products as time goes on, so you're not using the same product every single session, every single time. How do you approach working with clients who have chronic pain conditions? Listen, they got issues that you can't solve. Like I said before, you got to refer out. You're not like a pain management doctor, right? You're not going to prescribe them some painkiller pills or something like that. Provide a good service, and if you can help them by doing the treatment, alleviating their pain, 1000% continue in that practice. But individuals who got the same issues all the time, most likely that's stemming from like a different issue, some type of emotional thing that may be taking place in their life where trauma is just storing up in those areas. That's a whole different teaching. What's your strategy for maintaining proper body mechanics during deep work? Posture, posture, posture. Talk about these levels of pressure that you can use in different points of your hand, so you're not just thumb, burning out your fingers. Use your body, keep your mechanics on point, and that's going to allow you to actually provide a deeper level of pressure. So this is part 1 of Recovery Discovery. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for being with me. Stay tuned for part 2, and I'll give you some more questions and answers.